Good evening. I made one video before my first one. It was basically about my cousin. My cousin who was involved in a holdup of a strip mall. For that crime, he spent 28 years in Angola prison in Louisiana. Angola is widely regarded as a slave labor camp. And my gentle cousin spent 28 years of his life there for participating in the robbery of a strip mall. And in that video, I compared what happened to him with what has happened to Donald Trump. 64 times a felon, a destroyer of our country, and we cannot even put in prison once. And I made the point that the divergence in justice between the 1% and the 99% in the United States of America is scandalous, infuriating. Tonight, I'm making another video, and I will probably make a fair number of them until I am arrested, because right now, I no longer feel safe in the United States of America. Fortunately, I have finished my novel, and I've given my daughter instructions on where to find it, just in case. Just in case masked men on the street surround me and put me in an unmarked car to whisk me off to Eric Prince's plane down to El Salvador without telling anyone and pretending that it was not me and that they have no idea where I am. Do I think that can happen to me? Yes. In the United States of America now, I do think so. Of course, when we're brought up, we're given this quaint little phrase by Patrick Henry. Do you remember it? Give me liberty or give me death. Maybe many of you have forgotten it. I know Donald Trump and his cohort have forgotten it. They have no idea what the founding fathers were doing. They have no idea at all. And now Mr. Trump is sending National Guardsmen and Marines into Los Angeles, an American city. The governor was handling it just fine, thank you, despite what our dearly beloved Louisianian, Speaker of the House, Mr. Johnson, says the violence in Los Angeles did not call for naming it an insurrection. But in Louisiana, again, we do not have very many Patrick Henrys. They are more concerned with abortion and homosexuality than they are with freedom. And now Mr. Trump wants to send his goons, his Gestapo, into 5 more cities that he considers democratic. I'm very disappointed, Mr. Trump. You did not list New Orleans. We do not deserve to be attacked by the Gestapo the way the others do. Do we not have that same pride and love of freedom in New Orleans that those others do? It is very difficult to know what to do right now. The Canadians do not want Trump to go to the G7. My friends there are asking me, telling me really, they do not want him there. They do not want a criminal, a liar, a failed businessman to go to Canada. And because I've said all those things about him, no doubt now I will be pursued. If you don't hear from me after tonight, you can go ahead and assume that something has happened. I am more disgusted than I am afraid. Let me repeat that. I am more disgusted than I am afraid. And, my dear fellow Louisianians, I ask you to look at yourselves. We have lost French. Since I was a child, we have lost French. Why? Because we did not put up a fight. We did not tell the state government at the time, go screw yourself. We're going to speak it anyway. Why? It doesn't matter whether it's economically important or not, as we speak it because we want to. 90% of my life has nothing to do with work. And all of that could be in French. Fortunately, with my friends, maybe 20% of it is. But I say to you, my fellow Louisianians, we lost French because we didn't have the courage to do what we should have done. I want that to sink in. It's not that we were oppressed. We were, yes, but we let the government oppress us. And we are doing the same thing now. It is the same thing, the same mentality, the same spirit of letting the authorities do what they want to do with our lives. This Saturday, all over the United States, to coincide with Mr. Trump's specious military parade, there will be activities in about 1,700 different places, certainly in New Orleans and in several places in Louisiana. You have the chance to show that you do live in the land of the free and the home of the brave. I don't even sing the Star Spangled Banner anymore because I can't sing those words. They're not true. Not true anymore. But you can this Saturday begin to put on that coat of courage again. In New Orleans, we will have a march. It's called No King's Day. And all you have to do is go to a website that says No King's Day, and you'll be directed in your location where to go. And we're being asked to costume. Yes, to costume. Because it is of the essence of Mardi Gras to mock the powerful. The fools in the medieval courts always played at being king. They mocked the king. And we want to do more than mock him. And finally, I will close with a word to the military. My father was an Army officer. I grew up with uniforms. The first 20 years of my life were spent on military bases in Germany, Panama, North Carolina at Fort Bragg, Tennessee, where he was head of the Tennessee National Guard, Bluegrass Ordnance Depot, where he oversaw the chemical weapons deposits. To the military, I ask you to recall the pride that my father had in being an officer. There is a time when you do not obey. There is a time when you do not obey. And all of you Marines, you should not obey this president. All of you National Guardsmen, you are not nationalized. The governor of your state is your commanding officer. Is that radical? Not nearly as radical as the President of the United States sending military against his own people. That is radical. I will be back. I don't know if that's a promise or a warning. Goodbye.